Friends, ladies and gentlemen, in particular, cats, Aamir, Karan, thank you so much for being present this evening. I don't quite believe in museums, but I certainly believe in acquiring properties that have a great heritage value, that mean something to people, and which can leave an indelible mark in whichever field they pertain to.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Cine Blitz for coming out with this coffee table book, especially since romance is so much part of Indian cinema. I'm sure that lovers of Indian cinema would really enjoy going through it. My favorite romantic scene, there's so many, but let me just talk about the first one that comes to my mind. I think in PYAASA, the scene where Vahida ji is looking at Guru Dutt and he's, I think, standing on a balcony or a terrace, and she's looking at him. It's night, and she's looking at him from behind, and the song is playing, Aaj Sajan Mohe Agan Lagalo. Correct? Is the words right? Ang Lagalo. Yeah. Aaj Sajan Mujhe Ang Lagalo. Janam Safal Ho Jaye. That's a moment. That's a moment that I remember very, very strongly. Yeah.
First of all, I'd really like to thank Cine Blitz and Dr. Malia for making me or asking me to be a part of this book, and getting a chance to be in a frame with Aamir Khan, even if it's a still frame. So really congratulations to Cine Blitz on such a wonderful journey. You were asking me my favorite moment. Well, I'm going to say, since I'm fairly new to Hindi cinema, I didn't grow up here, I'm going to say the moment for me, which I think, the film for me, which was really romantic, was Aamir's film, Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak. And I think that's for me, really, was a truly romantic film.
This is a superb shot, very reminiscent of, I believe, the king of romance in Indian cinema. I think every bit of Chaudhary Ka Chand, every frame of PYAASA, and every poignancy of Kaagaz Ke Phool resonates romance. So I think this is a befitting portrayal of romance in Indian cinema, and thank you for having me here to witness this. Thank you very much.
The only romantic pair that I worked with, which I'm not part of, is Ajay and Kajal in Ishq.
Actually, I kind of, it was kind of special because I've met her many times. And so for me, I think it was really special that I'm actually being able to recreate or try and recreate such a magical moment of somebody who I've actually had the privilege of meeting so many times, and who today is even more beautiful than she was at that time. And to me is one of the most beautiful actresses, I think ever to come on screen.
I have a penchant for tragedy, actually. I think I like a good cry at the movies. I like films that have a tremendous amount of soul. And I think every piece of what Guru Dutt has done has been just always, there's been an inherent tragedy even in his narrative structure, in his portrayals, in his every dialogue and every lyric of every song. And I think that tragedy to me is very, I think I tend to romanticize tragedy, and I think that's what Guru Dutt did. And that's why I connect with every film of his.